I'm sharing just a little bit of a personal rant today. And I'm ranting about other professionals, professional accountants who embarrass my friends and clients for not using the exact terminology that a professional accountant might use. Now, as business owners, we pick up words here and there, and we're not always sure of how to interpret them. And no one, not even your professional accountant who does a terrific job for you every year on filing your tax return, should ever make you feel inferior or less than because you struggle with some of the words. My job is to make you feel better using whatever words that come to mind. We can figure out what you're talking about, right? Now, because you might be a little embarrassed, you might be a little uncertain, there's no doubt that if you use the specific terms that professional accountants use, then you probably converse with them a little bit easier, right? You can discuss your business's finances with others. Accounting is a foreign language. Let me just put that thought to rest. It is, and it will always be a foreign language, and sometimes it's easier for others than for yourself. But if you're determined to learn a few words, you're creating your accounting system, you're getting your procedure set up, you're getting your standardized reporting. Remember that the language will come over the years. May not be all this year, might be some this year, some next year. So just some basic terms, like how much money you're bringing in. I've heard people call that sales revenue, call it gross revenues, call it income, call it service revenue, right? So the subtleties of what that is, we know that that's income, money coming in, it's revenues, it's my sales. And how about what you're spending? That's your expenses, your costs, your assets. Oh, how much you're spending as an asset? Could be that you're buying something, could be that you're investing in something, right? So we need to be a little more careful about, are those expenses, are those costs, are they operating expenses, are they overhead expenses? And there will be some subtle differences when we go to create reports that help you manage your company a little bit better. How about, is your business making any money? Well, that would normally be your sales, your revenues, minus those expenses, minus those costs, right, that you have to create the revenues. And we would call that net income. We might call it net loss if you don't have anything left at the end of the year. Some people call it profit, right? So there are, again, some subtle distinctions, and you can learn those as you go forward. It's not a big deal. It's a big deal if somebody embarrasses you about it. So how about which jobs, which customers, which clients are the most profitable? Well, I'd be looking for a profitability report, right? And I can determine if you're making money from one item, if you're making all your money from one client, are your eggs all in one basket, right? So profitability reports are a big boon for our business. So what about the terminology, the value of the items that my business owns, that I own them, OWN? Those would be my assets. Those would be things that I bought that are larger, maybe fixed assets, maybe current assets. And yes, there's some subtle differences there, but they're things, the ownership is there. We could go into detail, we might in another video. How about what my business owes to others? Debts, yep, that mortgage, liabilities, accounts payable. Accounts payable is a list of bills that you owe, right? Credit cards, those are all debts. How much do you owe how much do others owe to your business? Well, that could be loans that you've given out to others coming back in. That could be your accounts receivable. People owe you for buying products from you or services from you, accounts receivable. And then what is my business worth? Oh, some terms that you might hear bantered about are net worth, capital, equity, membership, member share, partnership share. So again, it's an equity a type of account that we would be tracking in. But again, the subtleties it bugs me, and it bugs me that people make others feel inferior over terminology when you're learning a language. So what we want to focus on, again, is getting some basic terminology under our belt and then using that as a springboard to learn more, and to learn more how to read our reports, how to use our reports for decision making. So anyway, that's Marie's musings on Monday morning, and I look forward to talking to you soon.